Hi everybody, Class A Plus English. My name is Brian. We're going to jump into Disco Elysium today. Let's get started. Sorry, I had a little bit of a problem before going online there. So give me a second. Just hope everything is going well. Options. Turn up the music a little bit. Hopefully this is okay. Yeah, it is. Okay, great. So what happened in the previous stream on Wednesday? We met Evrart, the union leader. He's given us a job to go and open a door, basically to intimidate someone, I think, yeah? Just let's have a quick look. Where am I? We need interview, prevail, smoker on the balcony. We had a job to do, though, which was talking to the chef. Let's just see. I hope everyone's well anyway. Sorry, I had a little bit of stress there before starting. So I'm just a bit... Right. Let's go and talk to this guy here. This was a job.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Okay, so what I've done here is I've made a mistake and I need to load a game. Hang on. June 1st. This one. Okay, making a mistake. Like I said, I had a problem before we started, so now we need to go in here. This should be the correct one. It auto-saves, you know? I've been sick for a couple of days, but I'm starting to feel better today. At least I have my voice. I lost my voice. Thursday and Friday, I was speaking like this.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod.
Do you know what's behind the door?
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an internet.
This is the wrong one. This is the wrong one. Load game. Load game. Load game. Load game. 7:40. Martinez. 1st of June. Here. Confirm. Sorry about this. This should be it. Ba-ba-ba-bum. I think if we've made a mistake, I'm going to have to stop and start again, everyone.
The man ponders his cooking
Yeah.
utensils.
We've made a mistake here, yeah. 1st of June, 7:40. 4th of June. Oh, maybe it's the 4th of June that we were playing, yeah? Ah, yeah, this is the one. Not the 1st was last Sunday. Stupid. That's what I'm doing. I was loading last Sunday. I streamed on Wednesday. And on Wednesday we met, yeah, this is the one. Sorry about that. We met Evrart, the trade union leader. What happened? We made a deal with him. He's going to look for the gun. Yeah, here we are. He's going to look for our gun. And we need to do a job for him. But first, because if you look, the special borscht, this is what we want to do. What's so special about the borscht, this kind of soup that the strikers are eating? The cook in the Whirling in Rags is making it. You can find him in the kitchen. Okay, great. Getting my dates wrong, yeah? So here we go. Let's talk to, what's his name?
The man ponders his cooking utensils
and gives
you a little nod.
Okay, so
your presence.
We have some choices. By the way, we speak Revacholian in Revachol. Get your Revacholian nationhood on. What's behind this mysterious door? Leo said you're friends with Manana. Is that true? Leo was the incredibly nice man we met. What is that borscht? Leo said.
The mention of Manana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again. They're friends?
My voice is a bit weak today, yeah, so I'm not going to do much talking. Let's go for the what is in the borscht you're making?
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his, and then seems to wait for you to speak.
Yeah, right, he doesn't speak English. Sorry, I don't understand you.
Just one word. Sounds quizzical. Then he awaits your answer, with his brow arched.
Borscht need more vodka?
Vodka. He picks up a bottle from the shelf. Vodka.
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the Union.
Vodka borscht! I love it, Bratan! Turn it the fuck up and then ask for some yourself.
Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
I guess turn it up, turn the volume up, put more vodka in. Yes, nod and turn your fingers clockwise. Turn up the volume. Turn up the vodka. No vodka. Turn it down. I'll leave the cooking to you. I have business. Yeah, why not? It's Sunday.
He smiles, nodding vigorously, then pours half a bottle of vodka into the pot. With a whistle, he stirs the brew.
Gorachi, could I have some of that brew?
He smiles and nods enthusiastically, and, chattering away in his language, ladles some brew into a small thermal cup, then hands it to you.
Okay, good. Okay, we're not going to go nationalist. We're not going to ask him again. I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine, buddy. Alright. So this is our job next. We have to key the doors behind the greenhouse. Okay. Evrart asked you to open the basement door behind the greenhouse in the backyard to intimidate the occupant. Do what you have to do. Evrart has promised to give you information on the case in return. It was vodka that's so special. Alright, what do we got here? Tools. Okay. Let's try some of that, yeah? Our health is really low. We need to go and buy some health. Alright. How are we doing money-wise? We've got 14, 15. Here you go. Vodka. Okay, good. Because I'm a drug-addicted alcoholic cop, so I needed some vodka. I've been screaming for it for ages. Okay, that's that done. Let's go buy some health, yeah? Maybe some morale. We have 15 reals. Although I suppose I could go and sell some stuff. What do we have to sell? Items. Giant novelty check. A photo of a happy couple. I want to keep that. I can keep that. Alright, let's go to the shop. Do. Yeah, so I've been ill for a few days, completely lost my voice on Thursday and Friday. Saturday I felt awful, I was sleeping all day. But I'm feeling a bit better today, so let's see how long I can last here.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
She puts down the magazine. I need to exchange... Right, so... Evrart gave me a novelty check for 25 real. A giant novelty check.
Wow. I didn't know you worked for the Union, sir.
She rolls up the giant novelty check. Looks like she's seen it before and slips it under the counter. Okay, that's 25.
Anything else I can do for you?
Throw the whole thing on speed and gin right now. Speed and gin. Great combo. Ask some local dealers, maybe.
Yeah, no, we're not going to do that. So my electrochemistry, my party town part of my psyche is saying, spend all the money on amphetamines and gin. No. What we want to do is we need the meds. We need to buy some
A
health.
small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Let's buy some more.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
And let's buy some morale.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Alright. That's a very English accent. Hang on a second. Where are we at? Okay, good. Give me a second. Let's go back out. I hope everybody's well anyway. It's the, what is it? It's the 8th of June today, yeah? Time is flying. Now, we need to go and check out this apartment for Evrart, the trade union leader. He was an enormous man, a bit shifty, a bit dodgy. There's Kuno. We're not going to talk to Kuno yet, though. Let's go to... Oh, it's over here. Sorry, wrong way. See, it's over the fence where Kuno is. Okay, everybody, if you're new, hello. My name is Brian. This is Class A Plus English. If I haven't told you already, I've been a bit sick for a few days, yeah? But if you're new to the channel, welcome. And I would recommend going back and checking out the previous streams. I think this is number 13. We're on day 2. But go back and check out the previous streams to get the backstory of what's been going on, yeah? Here we are. Right. This should be the place. Let's go find out what's going on.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head. The royal lion, Guillaume's kitten. This knocker will last a lifetime and then some.
Okay, carefully knock. Knock, knock, knock. Press your ear against the door, listen, or use Manana's key to unlock the door. Let's listen.
The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.
We say birds chirp. A dog barks, woof woof. A cat meows, meow meow. And birds chirp. Chirp, 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 chirp. All right, let's use the key.
You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head.
Thoughts race through my head. What's happening here? Open the door, let Evrart know you've unlocked it. Okay.
Well, buddy, you opened it. No need to go inside. It would be rude.
So Evrart said, don't go in. Just open the door and leave the message that Evrart can get into the apartment. What do you think we should
Good
do?
job. Let's go now. I'm sure there's nothing interesting in there.
Okay, so this is all parts of my brain, my psyche, yeah. All of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 12, 18. There's 24 parts of my brain all competing. From like logic to empathy and authority. I am a detective after all. To things like electrochemistry, which is party planet, love and be loved by drugs. And then we've got things like hand-eye coordination, composure. And they're all competing. I think I'm going to go in.
Curiosity could account for stepping over that threshold. Maybe there's treasure in there, a white alligator, a fountain of quicksilver.
A white alligator? Okay, curiosity killed the cat. Let's go for it.
As you hold the open door, you can feel the air moving. A little draft, a whistle.
Let's go in. Oh. What's this? What's that? Morale, good. Got loads of morale now, yeah? 7. What's this? A small suitcase full of clothes. Guests are staying over? Or maybe he's doing a run, or maybe he's packing his bags to get out of town. Because Evrart seems like quite a dangerous man. A book titled The Hidden World of Walking Sticks lies open. Ooh, interesting. You can almost feel the warmth of the red sun on the flag. Must be a Revachol flag. Whoever lives here admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big muscles. Okay. What have we got here? A shirt, +1 logic. Nice. Let's try it on. What's over here?
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others.
A mug, yeah? A mug, a coffee mug. Tap on them.
A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. The images betray a lack of interest in human beings. They are merely unflattering caricatures.
What do I mean uncomfortable? Though cheerful, the images make you feel vaguely, a little bit uncomfortable.
The owner of these mugs doesn't like people of other ethnicities very much.
Okay, so we have another racist. Typical arsehole. Now, as I said in previous streams, Americans would say asshole. In Britain or in Ireland, we would say an arsehole. A-R-S-E. Come on, it's just a bit of fun with a pinch of truth. A little pinch of truth. People have the right to make fun of each other in a free world. Thanks. Good to know I have no opinion on this. No, it's a typical asshole.
This person is unhappy.
Yeah.
The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
Right, he's not happy.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
He's a racist. Take out the yellow man mug and compare. So we found this mug in the trash, in the garbage, in the rubbish bin near the murder.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash. And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump or throw away his trash, his rubbish. And now they've drawn the anger, the ire of the Union. The Union are angry with them. The plot thickens. It's getting deeper.
Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
Yeah, really. Alright, do you think it's the same person who put the dead man's clothes in the trash?
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter. But still, a nice coincidence.
Okay, let's move on. Everything done? Yeah. Alright, mission accomplished. We've done it. That is what he wanted us to do, right? Open the apartment, let Evrart know you unlocked the door. Okay, we can do that, but I think what we should do first, maybe, is talk to We should talk to Joyce, the negotiator for Wild Pines. Tell her that we have made contact with Evrart. So this was the room where we stole the amphetamines for Kuno. His father is in here. Shall we go and see what's going on? He's still asleep. Let's go check him out.
The aging alcoholic is still there, breathing. The air in the room is stale.
Okay. Whisper, I took your amphetamine, old man.
Silence. Only heat emanates from the sleeping body.
He's
He
fast
wouldn't be too
asleep.
thrilled to learn you stole his stash. It was the last thing keeping him functional.
Maybe we should help him.
What is there to do? We could turn him on his side so he doesn't choke on his own vomit, but he's already on his side.
Poor
We
guy.
could take him to Remedy or Saint-Baptiste, but he doesn't have money for medical services. The arm sauce would turn him down.
Okay. Continue.
They don't do charity for people who are trying to kill themselves. Besides, he'll be dead in a few.
The pile of blankets grunts miserably.
I hope the audio is okay, everybody. What's this? Ooh, money. Let's go check the places out really quickly, see if anything's changed. This was the communist room, right? What was this? The bust of the
A
Maslovian
plaster-cast bust depicts
Mazov.
a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Mazov.
Okay. Let's go check out the rooms. What's this? Hypno Gamma, +3 morale. Wow, we got loads of morale. We got 9 morale now. Ooh, what's this? Black monk strap shoes, +1 to indirect modes of taxation. More month. Ooh, 7. Here's the cleaning lady.
Give me a moment.
I have a few questions.
Ask away, policeman.
Alright, look, tell me about the man who lives at the end. Uno de Reuter. This is Kuno's father.
I don't want to talk about De Waiters.
The cleaning lady mutters. She starts digging for something in her pockets.
Addicts. All of them. And sometimes I hear them screaming.
Ugh, she winces.
They
Winces.
don't like me cleaning behind their door. Think I'm listening in on their fights.
So she doesn't. Not after that one time. There's a that one time here. It didn't get physical. She heard something she doesn't want to hear again.
We saw unpaid utility bills. Aren't they going to be evicted?
Right, there was lots of bills, electricity bills, gas bills, utility bills. Are they going to be evicted? Are they going to be thrown out of their house?
No one likes them in this building. It's only because of the kids they haven't been thrown out.
To be kicked out, to be thrown out, to be evicted.
I don't like talking about those people.
She looks down the hallway. All right, that's enough. Thank
She
you.
mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something into her handkerchief.
Just coughing. That was like me a few days ago. What's out here? So I've forgotten where we are. Alright, who's Cindy, yeah? Cindy the graffiti artist. Fire, suddenly feel the box is on fire. Why? Ooh, what's this? Ooh, it's drugs. Nice. Alright, let's keep going. I want to go talk to Joyce. Hey Cindy, that's her house, I guess.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Absolutely, Cindy the Skull. How are you today? Is that bed in the coal room yours?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
You're a coal miner?
Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens.
It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do. I guess it will. It'll have to do.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
Alright.
Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
Now, I found some drugs in your room. Yours?
They just might be.
Ooh.
Rough stuff. If you take the ride, you'd be wise to buckle your little pig belly up.
Okay, we have two choices. I like bumpy rides. Know where I can get more? I'm going to have to take you in, kid, for possession of drugs. I like bumpy rides. Know where I can get any more?
We apologize, but we're currently not buying the entrapment you're selling. Please call again later. Thank you.
So she's doing customer service there, yeah? Very good. Entrapment, yeah? The police are trying to entrap her. Where can we buy some drugs? And then they arrest her.
If you're really interested, then I'm sorry. But I don't do anti-radiation drugs anymore, so I don't know where to get them.
Okay, no, where did you get these then?
From a guy on Buggy Street, Porta Rosa. Go there after midnight, and you can get all kinds of funny things. Veterans of the People's Pile selling their stash.
Boogie Street. We've heard this name before, haven't we?
Damn me and my affinity to farm animals, she's probably thinking. She hopes the information is useless.
Okay, catch you later, Cindy the Skull. Alright, things are moving, yeah? We still have to do the full investigation of the body. Tools. What have we got? Speed. Carry a bag. Chain cutters. Pyrolidon. This is the anti-radiation drugs that the pawn shop gave us. We've got some alcohol, we've got Commodore Red, and we've got some potent Pilsner. Minutes left, 42 minutes. Alright, good. Let's go talk to Joyce and tell her we've met Evrart. Joyce is the negotiator for the Wild Pines. There's a strike happening. She's the negotiator. Everart's the boss of the trade union who are on strike. So let's see what she says.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
She looks at the ripples on the water's surface. She pats her wet raincoat.
All around you, rain keeps falling down. On the wooden boards she's standing on, and on the water around you.
Neither do I.
Very rugged. Good choice. Now, I suspect you had questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day. Am I right?
Right, we have two choices. By the way, I've talked to Evrart. I have a photo of the victim's tattoos. Okay, let's tell her we met Evrart.
You have?
We have. She
And
smiles
how did you
carefully.
like Mr. Clare?
How did I like him?
Finally, time to choose sides.
Hang on a second. Okay, hang on. How did you like him? I didn't like him. He's a beautiful man, beautiful and just. It sounds like Trump, doesn't it? Yeah? Trump. Hey, here's what we should do today. Let's do a word of the day really quickly. Let's do the word... Have I changed it? Sorry, hang on. Have I changed it? Internet? Yeah. Here's a word of the day for everybody. Squabble. Squabble. Have they got the sound? Squabble.
Squabble.
Squabble. A noisy altercation or quarrel, fight, usually over petty matters. We can say that this week, apart from me being ill, we have watched Donald Trump and Elon Musk squabble. They've been squabbling. Squabbling. To quarrel, to argue noisily and usually over small things. Well, maybe not so small, but definitely they've been squabbling like children, yeah, the two of them. And it's been hilarious. I hope you've, enjoyed my popcorn. All right, so, yeah, like Trump, he's a beautiful man, beautiful and just. Everett Clare is a hero of the workers' movement. He is a champion I have sworn loyalty to. He's a bloated, he's a fat rainbow socialist. I can do business with him. For a socialist, he's reasonable. He is not the champion I have chosen. I wish to swear fealty to you and the cause of capital. All right. It's not important if I liked him. I was doing my job. Hang on. I close the window. This is going to get noisy. I have no idea what to choose. He's a hero of the workers' movement. He's a champion.
Huh.
She nods understandingly. Yes, I have chosen his side in the class war. My loyalty does not have a price and is non-negotiable. Sorry. There may be still room for another big wig in my life in the future. Be on the lookout for side-shifting class night. Yeah, let's try and stay in the middle, yeah? There's always room for more.
Side-shifting? Of course. That's why my payment of 70 real didn't stick.
She shakes her head in mock regret. So they've both been giving me money, yeah?
In all good humor, that was a donation. It has been registered and it will yield you no favors. Another thing. The position of my unusual colleague does not reflect official policy. I hope you understand. The RCM does not pick sides.
Again, I should have said this at the beginning. This game is quite strong. This game has really strong adult themes. I forget to say this at the beginning of the stream. This game is not suitable for children, okay? There are some very, very strong themes in this game. So just a heads up, we would say. A heads up, a warning for everybody. All right. Yeah, the RCM, the police, we do not pick sides. We take the money, but we don't pick sides.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt verm myself.
She turns
However,
to you.
if you felt like discussing something...
Discussing something like...
How could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Right, she wants information.
Tell her she'll like you for it.
She'll like me for it.
Yeah, Yes, your disgusting necktie agrees completely. Let's gossip.
My horrible necktie. Mr. Everett is right. That money, that money you gave me, would that make things weird if I shared information? Mr. Everett is helping me find my gun. I helped him turn up the heat on the borscht. I'd rather talk about something else for now, if you don't mind. I helped him turn up the heat. Put more vodka in the borscht.
Did you now?
Yes.
What sort of borscht is he making?
She's intrigued, if a little confused. The cook makes it to keep the strikers drunk, helps them to strike.
The strike brew. That's a classic. And by turn up the heat, I presume you mean put more alcohol in it?
Hell yeah.
Why, if I may ask? Why make them more drunk? Aren't they corked enough already?
Corked enough, I like this expression. Aren't they corked enough? Drunk enough already.
Yes, detective. What were you hoping to accomplish with this strange thing?
An act born of sympathy. Sympathy? For the working man, I set fire to the fumes of the struggle. I worship Al Ghul in many ways, alcohol in many ways. It's uninteresting. I thought it would make the broth taste better. I worship Al Ghul in many ways.
Very curious. A very curious thing to do.
Truly. But that's how he operates. He just does things, man, and then talks about them, even if it's inappropriate.
Alright.
A strange equanimity has overtaken the lieutenant. He's just going with the flow now. Easier that way.
He's going with the flow. He's not getting stressed out by me saying crazy stuff. He's relaxed.
What else?
He's helping me find my gun.
Oh. That's so helpful of him.
Her eyes become large and round.
The lieutenant looks at you, and you can swear his jaw muscle is trembling.
Okay, he's angry.
He's able to contain the anger and surprise. When I said be wacky, I didn't mean wildly, grossly irresponsible and damaging to the RCM.
Wacky, crazy, loco. I didn't mean wildly, grossly irresponsible and damaging to the police. Okay.
Conventional police officers sometimes lose their guns. They then go around and tell people about this, to gauge their reactions. It's all part of detecting.
Incredible. Simply incredible. And how is it going? Has this detecting produced a gun?
She shakes her head. No.
Well, maybe he's not as helpful as you thought then. Is there anything else?
The money you gave me, that would make things weird if I shared information?
Weird? Oh no. One of the positive things to come from the revolution is the unhindered exchange of information, you see, even when it comes to trade secrets. Which isn't to suggest our talks constitute corporate espionage. Even if they did, it would be fine. But they don't, since you logged the money as a donation, and this is clearly just gossip between friends.
I'd rather talk about something else for now, if you don't mind. Alright, let's conclude that.
Of course, Detective. Should something come up later down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat. Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
Alright, we have a photo of the victim's tattoos. So the man hanging in the backyard of the pub, the bar, he's covered in tattoos.
She reaches for the photo, takes it, then holds it in her hand. For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a trigette not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Stay quiet. Observe the woman's expression. What do you think? Alright, let's stay quiet.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface. She has no excess of emotions for this cadaver. Has she seen dead bodies before? It's likely.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
She points to one on the photo paper.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like vias on a microcircuit? Say nothing. Say nothing. I have no idea what's going on.
Port cities. On the oceans. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Delorian century. As early as 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
Okay. So yeah, that's a typical thing for sailors with tattoos, isn't it? I should do a whole stream about tattoos one day. It's quite interesting. But there's a certain code to tattoos for sailors, isn't there? Like that, if you go into the southern hemisphere or if you go around the world, I don't know what they are, but yeah, tattoos representing something. What's the use of the map? What travels did the dead man make? Who can tell me more? That's all for the tattoos. What travels did he make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this.
She points to his heart. What is this? What is that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Somewhere in an office lit by a single green desk lamp, Captain Ptolemaeus Price, 58, bald and bespectacled, is writing in a ledger on his desk. Rows and rows of days and weeks, laconic remarks in a single column. Patrol, case, vacation, injured. In Martinez looking into Krenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside there is a siren. Distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter.
This man is a brother of mine, but this is his service history. Leave it be. Right, so yeah, this is his service history, tattooed wherever he served.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident, mercenary tattoos.
What's the use of it?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Ah, okay. So if the sailor died far, far away, this map would tell its soul, its spirit, how to get home. That's an interesting thing, because like in Ireland and in England, like way, way back, if someone killed themselves, if someone committed suicide, you weren't allowed to be buried in a church graveyard. What they would do is they would bury people, if they committed suicide, at a crossroads, And the idea being was that if, because they would consider it as inherently evil or whatever, it's like a bad spirit. So if they buried the body at a crossroads, if the spirit came back like a ghost or something, it wouldn't know which direction to go to return to its home, to return to its town. You know what I mean? So they would always bury suicide victims at crossroads. Yeah, at crossroads. Probably in Europe as well. I know in England and in Ireland definitely they did that. I guess probably everywhere. Yeah, it's the same kind of idea here. Yeah.
Where is he now?
Where is he now? This one is going nowhere but the morgue. Yeah, the morgue is where you do the examination. I've spoken to him. For now, this soul is fastened inside the corpse. This one has flown quite far by now. Nowhere. There is no soul. I've spoken to him, because we had a little chat, didn't we, when we took him down. He's still inside the corpse.
That is precisely what the sailors feared when they drew these maps. A fear of drowning within one's own corpse.
Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors? Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
It could go this or the other way. Maybe if you're tactful, it could be beneficial.
Right. Tactful.
Challenge accepted. I say we do it.
I need the information. Mark it down. Ask the mercenaries about the tattoos. You're right, not a good idea. Leave it off the schedule. Let's do it.
Do what you have to do, Detective. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. But if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
We will be careful, ma'am.
That's all for the tattoos. Thank you for your help.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
What about reality?
More lessons in basic reality? My favourite part of the day. Go ahead.
Conceptualization. Alright, hang on. I need conceptualization.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Wait. I need to change my clothes. Clothes. Conceptualization. Logic. Composure. Warfare. What do we got? Clothes. Let's see. Conceptualization. Conceptualization. Suit the corpse. Okay, let's try it now. Okay, we got a new job. Victims' tattoos. Go and ask them. Ask the scab leader. Okay. Alright, we're moving the game on. Let's ask her now about
You're back. Good. What
reality.
More lessons in basic reality?
Now we jumped
My
up 2
favourite part
points.
of the day.
Okay, let's
Go
try
ahead.
it.
Ask
The
me
white one.
anything.
A strange coldness comes over you. As
Mamma
you look at the
mia.
world, the waves sway the sloop slowly. That's all.
Where are we?
We're in Martinez, baby.
Baby?
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd.
Huh.
It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
I'm a disco holdover. What is Martinez? I'm a disco holdover, baby.
Aren't we all?
And what is Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Wrestle. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Okay, shelled to smithereens, blown to hell, like, with bombs, you know? With artillery and bombs, they've blown it up during the Revolution. It's a very unimportant place. It has its charms, quite nice, just not this time of year. Okay, tell me more about Martinez.
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders.
Boys with boxy shoulders.
A brief spike of longing in her upright body. The dots under her eyelids shake.
As I told you, Martinez used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its part. Now the reeds are the real star of the show here. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets.
Oh. You here as a teenager?
Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and Don't hold it against me. The boys certainly did not.
There's a spark in the air, a live wire hanging in the wind, in your hungover neocortex. Then the sea air cools it down.
You mentioned the sea. What sea is this?
It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Wrestle. And the bay feeds into the ocean.
Are we near the ocean?
Yes. We're on an island in an ocean, the world's largest body of water, the Insulindic.
Vast, lukewarm and unknowable, flowing in and out of sight.
What's the name of the island?
Caillou, as you already know.
Oh.
Imagine a pebble. A smoothed-over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the river Esperance. We're in the delta of this river, on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her.
All right, tell me about another, perhaps even more fundamental aspect of reality.
I would be happy to. What is a preposterously expensive education for, if not sharing?
What are you?
What I am not is a basic term of reality.
Everyone wants to talk about themselves. She will, in time.
She does look like Thatcher, doesn't
Glad to
she?
have been of assistance.
All right. Okay, so let's go up here. What's over here? Um, 8:45. I tell you what we'll do then. I think what we're gonna. I'm not feeling very well today, that's why I'm very quiet. I think what we'll do is we'll go and see the scab leader. We'll talk to him about the photos and we'll finish it there, yeah? I've got loads of money though. Anything else to... Where's my bag? I don't know, we have to go and see, we have to go and see Evrart. Okay, let's go. What should we do? Should we go and see Evrart? Let's go and see Evrart, and then the next stream we'll go and see the, we'll go and meet the scab leader. Here's the scab leader here, right? Let's go talk to Evrart. Mission accomplished. Right, where are we? In there?
The file cabinet stands steady as ever. Sliding out, the drawer slides shut. An imposing combination. The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
Punch clock payphone. Machine swallows your coin. Conceptualization. Close. Conceptualization. Anything with conceptualization? Was that what it was? Conceptualization?
The already familiar cold touch of plastic.
Interfacing. No. Okay, interfacing. Sorry, I'm feeling a bit ill now at the moment, so I'm not going to continue much longer, guys. Interfacing. Buck. Interfacing. Please. Let's try that then, yeah?
The already familiar cold touch
All
of
right, here we
plastic
go.
welcomes you.
58.
It's unclear whether you actually have muscle memory. Right now, your finger is just drawing vaguely occult patterns in the air.
Okay, I'll try this again
Sure,
later on.
why not? Muscle memory is a tricky nothing tricky about that. You just do, fail, repeat until it works.
Good
All
advice.
it takes is motivation and practice.
Good advice. Let's go speak to Evrart. Okay, I think it's here somewhere. Ah, yeah, it's over here, yeah. Here he is. The happiest man in the world. Container, container, container.
Oh, hey, mister. I'm not gonna bother you with a long greeting, just like we talked about before. I know you're probably a busy man being an important police officer and all, and personally, I think the more people keeping the peace, the better.
Alright, see you later. Now, what do we want? Maybe perception, conceptualization. What else we got? Maybe that would be better. Oh, yeah. Conceptualization. Logic. Composure. Electrochemistry. We don't need that. Electrochemistry, tie, don't need that. What have we got here? Electrochemistry. +1 composure. What's those shoes? Let's try these shoes on, yeah? Psyche, what is psyche? +1. Alright, let's use that. Let's do some psyche.
The luxury of fine things. Just look at those black monk straps. After spending an entire day hustling, who's to say that you didn't deserve a pair of ridiculously expensive shoes on your tired feet?
Alright, so those are the shoes I found in the tenements. You're right, beautiful things do make people happy. True. Oops, it's a fashion faux pas. It's a mistake. Discard the thought. And the shoes. No.
Beautiful things give you a rush. It's power. Crafting your style, draping your flesh in silk and leather, deciding how to present yourself to the world. Remember, when they come to take it away from you, you worked for those shoes. Whether you like it or not, wearing these shoes has made you more liberal. Ultra liberal.
Close. Hang on, where are we at? Logic, composure. What else we got? We've got visual calculus, or we've got logic. Let's go for logic, Dick. Alright, let's just do it. Let's go talk to the fella. The big man. Alright, big man. How's it going, big man? Oh, I'm running into the office.
Mr. Dubois, every worker...
He leans towards you, waiting for your... What? So that's another thing we found out. My name is Harry Dubois. Every worker, he leans towards you, waiting for your... to complete his sentence. Every worker is a member of the board.
That's right, Mr. Dubois. I see the socialist democratic fervour now burns in your heart, too. How can I help you today?
He nods in approval. Okay, I've just finished investigating the local drug trade. I opened the door you asked me. We discuss the murder now? Let's talk about losing my gun. It turns out the striker's been served an alcoholic brew. I made it even stronger. A few more things regarding Joyce. Evrart, I'm going to leave now, but we might talk later. Turns out the strikers are being served an alcoholic vodka borscht.
I don't know what that means, Harry, but I love it. I love your initiative. Knowing you're out there keeping things running lets me focus on the big picture stuff.
Alright, good. Yes, on the big picture.
Don't even tell me what was going on. Alcoholic brew, stronger, stopped it, strike. I'm just going to let you surprise me, Harry.
I opened the door you wanted.
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
I've got a new skill point, everybody. That's a done one, so we did this. Okay, let's go for skill point. We need to, I think this intellect, we need to boost it up a bit. I want to go for drama. Play the actor lie and detect lies. What else could we choose? Volition could be good. Keep your morale up. Conceptualization as well. Or suggestion, but our suggestion is pretty good. I'm going to go for drama. Oh, I can't do it. Alright, suggestion? Okay. Accept changes, yeah. Okay, did you go into the apartment?
There is no way to sway this man in any direction. He is unsuggestible and unswayable. Just tell the truth.
I may have gone inside and seen a collection of racist mugs. I did go inside. He had the glorious flag of Revachol the Suzerain on his wall. The deal wasn't for me to go inside, so I didn't. I'm not going to lie, I say I may have.
Just as I thought. Culturally antiquated mug collection. What a weasel. Pissing on Evrat's Rainbow Coalition. Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is going to start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is going to be good.
Let's get down to brass tacks. Let's get down to business. It's time for men like me and you to work out, to figure out, to solve who has killed who and why, to figure out the problem. He pretends to roll up his sleeves. Real police work. Alright, the mug collection I mentioned was in the apartment. I found a similar mug in the rubbish, in the trash with the hanged man's clothes. I've heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike. I'd like to hear what you know about it. So about the mug.
Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me.
Light years, way ahead of me.
I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best. Helping people. With the power of politics.
I really like his voice.
Yes, yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no, 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 no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you.
This weasel might have cleaned up after the killers.
Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this.
Continue.
But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are neat freaks. If you don't mind me saying so, I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
Fascists are neat freaks. What does that mean? So fascists are always really, really neat and tidy. I might agree with that, actually, thinking about it. I might actually agree with it. I feel like a real detective, Harry. Am I getting this right? He imitates bashing someone with an imaginary baton. Boom, boom, boom. He's feeling like a cop. Great technique. You'd make a great sergeant. There's more to police work than whacking an imaginary baton. Say nothing. Great technique, Evrart.
Really? I'm not so sure about it.
Shut up, Kim.
Oh, you're too kind, Harry. Way too kind. I know I'm not a real police officer. You are.
Okay, let's not forget that now, Evrart.
That's all he's going to say on this subject.
Okay, I've heard about the connection between the lynching and the strike. I'd like to hear what you know about it.
By now,
Tell
I'm
me
sure
more,
you've
tell
figured
me
out
more.
who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
Alright, so the top hats are the big, long top hats. Usually we associate them with the rich. And the flat caps, the working man. I'm listening.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
Armed mercenaries?
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
To mow us down, to shoot everybody with machine gun fire. Hey, poof, sounds like today, everyone.
I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry.
Senorita Pineapple Company?
Those Senorita Pineapple people are scary motherfuckers. Decimating your state if you don't give them your pineapples.
You know who I think that
Everything
is?
they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Do you know who I think they're talking about there? Hang on. They're talking about United Fruit, aren't they? Hang on a second. Let's check this out. United Fruit with the banana company. Tell me about United Fruit Company? They were the American company that created coups, military coups in South America, Central and South America. Hang on, where am I? Is it right? Is that working? Yeah, okay. Yeah, the United Fruit. That's Senorita Pineapple? It was a powerful American multinational corporation. Its business was trading fruit, mainly bananas. Dominant controversies. Here we go. Look. United Fruit's practices were frequently contentious, controversial, faced harsh conditions, low wages, limited rights. The most infamous incident was the Banana Massacre in Colombia. They killed dozens. Historical significance. Yeah, look. They were the term Banana Republic originated from the company's outsized influence over small fruit exporting nations. I think what was it now? It's like Chiquita or whatever, yeah? What is United Fruit called? No, I think they rebranded. Yeah. I'm right. Chiquita bananas, yeah? Stay well away from them. That is an evil, evil company, yeah? A very, very evil company. Okay, I think that's what they're talking about there anyway, everybody. Go and check them out yourselves. United Fruit Company, a very, very bad people. They were creating military coups. They were running countries basically just on bananas, yeah? Okay, so I think that's who Senorita Pineapple are, scary motherfuckers, yeah? Decimating your state if you don't give them your pineapples. That's what they're talking about there. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. A slum is like a really, 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 really poor area. You think the favelas in Brazil, shanty towns in South Africa. However, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant. You have a village elephant?
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical and so is the village, but the mercs and their brutality are very real.
Go on.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
They just moved my container. Hang on 1 second. Okay. They moved the container?
Yes. I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it.
Alright, so he's working in a container. Let's go back there. You should try it.
But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
Alright, he's been funny there. Okay, the negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy. The one who likes hanging out and trees, the guy who got murdered.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Right.
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers.
Alright, to be a pushover. You're not easily persuaded, easily intimidated.
We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Wow. Okay, Evrart.
An entire neighborhood of killers.
An entire barrio neighborhood of killers. Wait, the whole neighborhood is in on it? Who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
Okay.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
A militant wing.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, Socialist Democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land."
One day Titus Hardy, right, the leader of the Hardy Boys, leader of the peacekeeping faction, comes to me and says, "Boss, Socialist Democratic fervor, enthusiasm, it drove us, it drives me, it drove me to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land."
He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Lay low, hide, go and hide.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
If he's just boasting, then it sure doesn't feel like that to you. He's not worried.
Okay, how do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company? You mentioned a lawyer girl. Tell me about Titus. Good talk. Alright, tell me about, how do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do.
He slams his fist on the table. That's their modus operandi. It's like how they function, how they do things. It's what they do. Their MO.
Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry.
Protective footwear?
These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
Rebranding, so like the United Fruit Company and Chiquita Bananas today. I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs. Yeah, we've done this word under my gates. Okay.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
The name of the company is Crenel this time. It might have been Sediment before.
Of course. You're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me.
Where's my gun? Alright. The remaining mercenaries are organizing a tribunal to take on the Hardy Boys.
Tribunal? That sounds serious, Harry. We Union men should be shitting ourselves. I wish you hadn't told me that. I'm gonna lose sleep over this. Let's change the subject.
He rubs his chin and smiles. He doesn't sound worried. He doesn't sound like he's shitting himself.
He's clearly happy about the tribunal.
You don't seem too worried about it.
Oh, Harry, what do I really think about the tribunal? You're trying to climb to second base with old Evrart before you've even courted him properly.
Alright, what do I really think about the tribunal? You're trying to climb to second base. Okay, so kind of, you mentioned a lawyer girl.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Okay, so Liz, yeah, we've met Liz. She's very bright, she's smart. He grins, he smiles. I paid for the law degree myself, thinking it would probably turn her all fancy, all posh, you know? But oh my god, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal. So she's dedicated to the cause, yeah, the socialist cause. Zeal, it comes from zealot, doesn't it? Zealots were Jewish assassins, I think, you know? They were just kind of like suicide killers, you know? Alright, tell me about how Titus and his crew, his gang.
They are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members.
Core members?
Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
To take the reins, to take charge, to take control, the reins of a horse. Yeah, if you take the reins, you take the wheel.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
Separate one from the herd.
Right. So let me ask you this. Which one of the Hardy Boys is your least favourite? Better not. Which one is your least
Oh,
favourite?
that would definitely be Fat Angus. His feet smell from a city block away, and he's always having noisy stomach troubles. Horrible, revolting guy.
Says Evrart. So let's say something happens to Fat Angus. Let's say a citizen's arrest. What if I were to pin this on someone and just quietly...
You would die, Harry.
Oh.
You would die, and in the process start a bloody and completely unnecessary war between the Debarders Union and the Citizens Militia.
To pin something on him, like to blame him, to set him up, to frame him.
Angus, his ever-growling stomach, and his smelly feet are all part of the Union. You have as much right to arrest him as I have to arrest your partner here.
He points to the lieutenant.
Actually, less, because this is my hometown, my territory, and my backyard. You are a guest here, Harry. Please remember that.
Okay, he's telling us that he's the boss.
Oh, Harry. This is getting real grim, and there's no need for that. We are friends.
Okay, my batteries are going here. Okay, Evrart, I met the Hardys. Can you ask them to cooperate with me?
But of course! It's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
Okay, good.
You can now go and tell Titus about this.
Right.
See what he has to say.
Authority.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Wait, why are you giving it to me? Take it. I don't need it. I only wanted you to help me with the Hardy Boys. Take it.
The lieutenant watches you pocket the banknote. He looks a little... How many micro bribes would this guy take?
I'll take them all. Just show me the money.
Good boy. A real team player. Now, do you have any more questions?
No. Good talk. Let's conclude.
Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And, of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Yet?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
He says, slowly shaking his head.
He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
Okay, we have some choices. I'm not a man on the left. I'm a patriot of Revachol. You're right not to trust me. I take care of me. I'm a hustler. I grind. I'm a money engineer. What's that supposed to mean? I'm more left than you are. This is another corrupt scheme, isn't it? I'm neither left nor right. I do what my heart tells me to do. I do what my heart tells me.
What does your heart tell you about your lost gun, Harry?
Hmm.
Does it tell you to forget about it? Or do you think it wants to be found? I think it's lonely and cold. I think it wants to be found, and I have a proposal for you.
He picks something from his teeth.
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
What would this entail? What would this involve? Okay, he wants 2 signatures. What are the signatures for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates.
Oh, they're going to do like a roller disco or something.
There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Fine.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here.
He hands me an open white
You
envelope.
need to get signatures from Isabel Shady and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the waterlock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning.
Cul-de-sac is a road that stops. Yeah, it's what we call a dead end. Yeah, you can't. It doesn't go anywhere. Cul-de-sac.
Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then we can talk about your gun.
He runs his fingers through his thin hair. Okay, let's get out of here.
See you soon, Debardeur. Just kidding, but not too much.
Alright, good. Let's see what we got. Get 2 signatures. It's going to be Wednesday, I guess, when they open the lock. We have an interaction here. Interact?
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum. There doesn't seem to be anything of interest here. No fine print. You're smart. You can read.
Alright, we're going to leave it there, everyone. We're going to go back out. Okay, we've moved it on a bit. Sorry, I'm feeling ill today, and that's why I'm not talking much. I've had a really bad throat and stuff. And, I think I'm going to leave it there, okay, because I'm not feeling very well now at the moment, to be honest. So we're going to leave it there. And we'll continue this. If not during the week, definitely next weekend. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. I really like it. It's just I'm starting to sweat here and I'm not feeling very good and my voice is going. so I haven't been speaking much. But anyway, if you enjoyed that, like and subscribe, all the good stuff, you know, and I'll see you soon, and we will continue our journey into this. We're making a lot of progress. We need to go and talk to the scab leader next, I think. Show him the tattoos. We need to talk to the Hardy boys and find out. We need to find 2 of the mercenaries as well, okay? So we're going to do that in the next stream. Take it easy, I'll see you there. There's a lot of football today, so I'm looking forward to this. Okay, I'm going to go have some lunch. Take care. Bye-bye.